Welcome to Fit to Be Real.
And a little extra.
Today we're talking nurses, dads, busy life, and juggling it all.
That sounds fun.
Let's do it. I'm Victoria.
Hey guys, I'm Carly. We have an extra laugh in the office today.
We do. Let's talk about it. We want to welcome and introduce our most beloved, I feel like that's the appropriate word, fitness instructor at CFIT, and a hardworking nurse who's going to fill us in on the inside scoop, and our longtime high school friend.
Yes. His name is Justin Scaricaciottoli.
Scaricaciottoli.
Stop it.
Very impressed.
You know how to spell his name?
I don't know why I learned that in high school, but I was dead set on learning that, and it stuck.
Oh
Very
my
impressed.
gosh.
I don't remember
was that
anything else.
10,000% right.
Yes.
I
Hands
write
down.
your checks and I just put CSCAR. And
Yeah.
I've said you
I
fill
know.
in the rest.
No way.
Yes.
Yes.
At least you get paid.
Yeah.
Justin
that's,
Scar.
That's true.
At least you get paid.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, everyone.
No, you have to say, hey everyone, I'm Justin.
Nope, not going to do that.
Well,
Happy to be here.
yes. For those of you who are not longtime CFitters and have no idea what we're doing today, Justin was my friend first.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go
gonna
there.
go there. I'm gonna go there.
I figured we would.
Justin went to high school with us, or we went to high school with Justin. I'm the youngest.
I'm the
Yeah.
oldest. Justin's the middle.
Yep.
And then Victoria. How old are you? Oh, yes.
36.
You're 36. I'm
Yes.
37. You're 36. You're 34.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember when you guys first met? Because I
Like the
remember
very
meeting you.
first- like
Yes.
The first time?
No, the first time we became friends.
Okay.
Because
I mean, yeah, I remember it too. It's a cherished memory.
I
It's
threw
a core memory.
I threw a water bottle at your head
Was
at
that
lunch.
the first time we met?
No, that's just the first time
You
I
threw-
remembered you.
A water bottle?
Yeah,
His
I was
head?
trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
Why?
Let's
Great
just be clear. I
question.
had no interest in him ever in life.
Let's also be clear. The water bottle wasn't empty.
Let's be clear. You what?
I was just trying to get his attention at lunch, and I was like, "Yo, you."
Yeah. Because that's something normal people do.
That is
Yeah.
something really normal people
And
do.
Head trauma.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
We'll get into head trauma. Trust.
It's trauma is the word.
Trust.
Big T or little T, we'll figure it out. But trauma is the word.
Yeah.
Regardless, we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And then
Longer than we haven't.
Longer than we
longer
haven't.
Ew.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right?
And then it went into working at the studio.
Yeah.
The dance studio, our
Mhm.
mom's dance studio. He was a teacher at our mom's dance
Well, I
studio.
took class
You took
first.
class, yeah.
And then taught, and then, life and college and real jobs, but
Mhm.
continued to teach, and then got to teaching for CFIT.
Mhm.
And that's where we are today.
He's
Where
still.
we want him to prioritize CFIT, and he has a real person job.
That's really why we brought you
real-
on today. We
Yeah.
need some blood in a contract saying you're never leaving.
I
think-
already signed that.
I think that happened.
Been trying to figure out how to get out of it for years now.
You
but
can't.
Here we are.
So, what is your real life job?
So I am a pediatric brain surgeon. Just kidding. I am a nurse. For some reason, years ago, Carly told multiple people that I was going to school to be a brain surgeon for children.
If you haven't figured out, I only listen to half of what people say.
That's generous.
And
Ah!
and when he said he was going to school, he said med school, and I assumed, oh, brain
No.
surgery. No, you didn't say med school.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I heard brain surgeon when you said nurse.
Yeah, clearly.
That is the natural progression.
I told a few people, and he's never let me live it down.
No. But yeah, so I'm a nurse.
Okay.
I'm a nurse to set the record straight.
And how long have you been doing that out of college, professionally?
That's a good question. 8 years. 8 years now.
And you're not on the floor anymore.
No, I am managing right now. So I'm a nurse manager. I've been on a couple different units over my nursing career. So I started on a pulmonary floor, which is lungs.
Yes, if you please. If you
Carly.
please, my friend.
Break it
Yes.
down. Break it down now.
So lungs, respiratory issues.
Wait a second. I told some people oncology.
No, again, no.
No.
Why are you
Okay.
talking to people? You shouldn't be talking to
Never.
people.
Apparently, I talk about Justin
Yeah.
often,
Yeah,
not oncology. Okay.
never.
Never in your
No.
life.
Props to all those people that do. Not one of them.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I know now.
Yeah.
Do you know what oncology is, Carly?
Yes, I do.
Tell us.
Please tell us.
It's the cancer floor
Correct.
for children.
Well, I mean, for anyone, yes. Oncology isn't.
Right, but
Child
you've
specific.
always worked with children.
No.
No.
This is going so well.
So I did start in the children's hospital, yes. And I did pulmonary. I also moved to observation medicine. So observation is just short stay. You come in, we watch you for 24 hours. Hopefully you get better and go home. If you get worse or need more things, then you'll become inpatient and go upstairs to the inpatient units. Since then, I have transitioned to managing, and I now manage an observation unit in an adult hospital.
So you work with adults now.
I do.
Oh, wow. Look at you
Yeah.
growing up.
Literally.
When he was in med school, but nursing school,
Right.
I was having Melody. And I specifically remember you saying, can I like sit in the delivery?
No, I literally never said
Yes,
that.
you
She
did.
loves say. I
You
literally. Why? Why would I want to do that,
Because
Carly?
you were
That
in
was
nursing
my-
school
And
and you needed to watch a delivery.
I didn't.
Like for homework?
Like, sort of.
Nope.
No, he said no.
This is amazing.
No.
Welcome to my world, everyone.
That was literally my least favorite rotation.
I think that you asked me that.
Okay.
well, your track record so far is
Yeah.
not great. Let's just be clear.
He wasn't in the delivery room.
Yeah. Nope.
You started that rumor and ended that rumor. Come on now. On top of that, you're a manager,
Yes.
right? You're
Yeah.
in the managerial position now. So you're not on
Correct.
the floor with patients and stuff as much as you used to be.
No, so I'm not directly bedside my entire shift. I do try to, jump in and help my nurses like whenever they need it, if it's a busy shift or if we're short staffed or things like that. So I do try to help them when I can at the bedside.
So he's a higher up position. I feel like you should treat him as such.
Yeah, right.
Never.
In his dreams.
Never.
So for those of you who do not attend CFIT in person or know what's going on right
Or
now,
us.
or know us at all, Carly and Justin have this ongoing feud.
It started with a water bottle.
Honestly, if I'm gonna, let's be real. Carly does not like how popular Justin is at
Yeah.
CFIT.
Mhm.
Everybody loves Justin's Tuesday night class. It is the most packed class of the week.
Even more than ours.
Look at her. She's upset.
No, I'm not. I love it. Listen, that's why you have your job still.
Oh,
Honest to God.
thank you. That's why. Not that I'm good at it.
Oh, yeah. No, talent has nothing to do with it. Skill level. No.
Listen, we need people in your class. I love that. However, that's not
Ooh.
She doesn't want to hear about
He's
it.
like my little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not my little brother. We're not related.
So
Although
when,
people think I am one of the Mayos.
I know.
because she's so mean to you. It's hard to not understand that. You're like, oh, they must be related.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he's just as mean back.
Yes, but his voice is lower, so nobody can hear it. So I say
You're
all
a
of
little
this.
pitchy.
I say all of this for you all to understand that Justin gets fired
Oh,
every single week.
yeah, daily basis.
Yeah, he gets fired for just being good at his job.
Just
It's a fake
existing.
firing. It's a fake firing. And you're going to hear a lot of that in the next however many minutes. I don't think I've asked Carly to chill it out for the purpose of this podcast. It's gone on real strong from the start. So
I can't help it. It's
we all
just
need to know the
his
basics.
presence brings it out of me.
Is a gift.
It's a gift.
All right.
We are friends. I've called Justin many times crying.
Yeah,
I have.
literally.
Because
yeah.
no one was in your delivery room.
No one wanted to be in the delivery room.
Speaking of crying, is this a segue?
Sure.
You have a full family at home of little ones.
I do, yes. Yeah.
So, how's your sleep?
Well, I've been up since 3 a.m., so there's that. So don't hold anything I say against me.
Justin is in his scrubs actually right now, and he just came from work.
Right
All of
from
our
work.
teachers, not us, but all of our teachers have full-time jobs, and they teach for us on the side. That's their side hustle.
And we expect him to be as lively and bubbly as ever on Tuesday nights after a long shift. How does that work? How do you do that?
I don't. So we were talking about this recently. I used to work
Uh-huh.
3 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yep.
So I would be up. I would be up at like 1:30, work 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., and then come and teach. And I wouldn't only teach CFIT, I would teach at the studio.
I know, you would teach dance.
Yeah, for like 3 or 4 hours. And then I was a zombie after that. But
So how do you juggle it all? Like what's the dad's secret?
I definitely have someone who is supportive of the extra that I do. So
You said extra.
See what I did there?
I see your. Oh, very good.
It's good you pointed it out too. That was good. That was really good.
So like she knows that, dance and CFIT and that type of stuff is something that's important to me, that I enjoy doing. And so she helps me to make it a priority to make sure I continue to do that. So I definitely couldn't juggle it all the way it is without her.
Mm-hmm.
And something that we do to make sure, it's a lot because she has a full-time job. I have a full-time job. We have 3 maniacs at home. So over the years, we've learned to just do better with communication and just giving each other a heads up. We have a shared calendar that we put things on as soon as they come up. So we're aware of like what's going on in each of our lives. We try to plan ahead with dinners because, not only do we have our stuff, but Caden's in basketball and Isla
Oh, yeah,
does
that's the
dance,
worst.
Right,
and
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best. They're it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's the worst.
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
And you want to take them things like last night, Abby took the girls to pajama story time at the library.
Oh, I used to
and-
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want to do all those things. So just getting a routine and trying to plan ahead as much as possible is the only way we're able to do any of that.
So yeah. So when you call out of teaching class because you have an appendicitis, like are you just trying to take a mini vacay, or did you really have
Yeah.
your appendix out?
Definitely. So I really did lose my appendix.
Like recently, like 6 months ago.
Did you
Yeah.
find it? What happened to it? That's so concerning.
So-
I lost my appendix.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if having an appendix helps or hurts this question, but you are primarily a nurse and a dance fitness, right? You're in both of those worlds is what I'm trying to say. They're
Yeah.
primarily female worlds. How do you thrive there? Like, how does that feel? What is it like? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Any of those?
No, that's a great question. And I think so there's 2 things when I think about being a male in a female dominated area. So one is I tend to not think a lot about it. Other people do think about it and will
Oh.
bring it up to me. So
Like us, like we just did.
yeah.
Samesies.
So I've had multiple nurses that I work with in my experience have said to me, "Oh, I don't know how you deal with so many women and the drama that comes with them." And that's very stereotypical because I've worked with some men who tend to be more dramatic than women,
Yeah.
and I've worked with women who tend to be more stoic as a stereotypical man and not have overreactions and things like that. So I feel like when you work with a large group of people, you're going to have that mix of personalities, and it doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
matter if it's one gender or the other.
Which one is Carly?
I was gonna say, where do I fall in line?
Hmm.
You're your own special.
Stereotype.
Boom, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. We can pretend that's a positive.
You're so
What's his
annoying.
professional diagnosis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
might be a doctor's
So
note.
so to you it really doesn't matter.
No,
Obviously.
no, I don't
Which
think
is
so.
good.
And before, so I've always been involved in things, obviously, that
Yeah, we were in the
have
in the
been-
shows. We
right,
were
shows.
dancing together.
Exactly. I was a server and a bartender. Like all of those things have a majority of females in them. So to me, it was kind of no big deal when I transitioned into teaching or nursing because it was kind of the norm. The other aspect that comes up with it, and this isn't only being a male in a female dominated area, but being working with the sex that you're attracted to, I would say. So it can be like working if you are attracted to the same sex and you work in a field that's
Right.
predominantly that, this issue could come up too. With your partner, there can be tension that comes from.
I was just gonna bring this up.
Oh, thanks.
I was gonna say, how does Abby feel about you always being with women?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so this is obviously something that can come up. When we first started dating, someone that knew both of us said to Abby, "Be careful, he's a ladies' man." And you know me.
Oh my
You
God.
knew me back then.
Yes.
Not at all.
I was not a ladies' man.
No.
Like, I was the one your mom would want you to bring home.
That's
Like,
exactly right.
how about that fella Justin? He seems like a good egg. Like that was me.
Wait, and you worked at Aeropostale?
American Eagle.
American Eagle. He worked at American Eagle. That's right.
That is
So,
wild to me.
Yeah. So yeah, I was not.
I
Like,
don't think I
had
would-
one girlfriend before Abby.
Abby.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
was
think I would
not-
ever characterize you as a ladies' man.
No.
So what is it? Just you're friendly and
Yeah, I mean,
happy?
and I was friends with a lot of
With a lot of
people.
girls,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I did things where there were girls in,
Girls,
and,
yeah.
and my core group of friends, we were pretty even with like male and female. But when I was doing activities or work like that, it was a female dominated
Yeah, it was like
area.
with
so,
us. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
knew a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that can be conceived as being a ladies' man, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
if you have
guess.
a lot of friends who are girls.
Yeah.
So that's something we still joke about because that's
you
not
can
me.
only joke about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like you can only laugh
Yeah.
about that.
So we joke all the time, and I tell her I'm too exhausted to even think about having anyone else on the side.
It's too much.
Speaking
Too
to the
much.
guy, he does not sleep. He
Yeah.
doesn't know how to rest. He doesn't know how
Yeah.
to sit still. You're the go-to guy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Justin will do it because Justin doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
He's constantly going.
And I'm
Well-
trying to get better at that. That's not a good thing necessarily.
Listen
and-
to our podcast.
But
You'll
it's not
find some
that you
tips.
don't
Yeah.
sleep. It's that you're always doing stuff or
Yeah.
you have insomnia. Like what are you talking
No,
about?
no, I don't. Like I could sleep if I wanted to,
Okay.
but and it's just I just have to be doing stuff. Like I can't. Abby yells at me all the time, and she's like, "Just sit down and enjoy the moment."
yeah.
Be
And-
present.
And and I struggle with that
Yeah.
because I think about like, oh well, I could be doing this,
Mhm.
or I could be working on that, or I could be fixing this, or I could be doing whatever.
Like rest is not productive.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And that's always in the back of my head. Like I'm an overachiever,
Yeah.
and I need to be doing things. So for me, it's really hard to just sit and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
She'll be like, just like watch the kids play, like sit down on the couch, be in the moment.
I know that's so hard.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. It's the hardest thing to do.
I wonder if that's the nature of nursing too.
Yeah.
Like you're always on your feet, you're always in service to somebody else or multiple people.
Yeah.
And so you bring that home with you.
Yeah.
And then after how many years it's become this, have to catch up feeling of constantly being on the go. Like, how do you vacate? How do you do
I was
vacation?
just
Right.
gonna say that. What do you do when you come home? Like, what would you do?
So like, what's my typical day?
No, like, what do you do to decompress? What's your go-to?
He's
Blank
never
stare.
done it.
He's never done it.
He's still searching for that.
What do you like to do for fun when you're not teaching fitness and you're not being a nurse? Like, what's your go-to?
So obviously, after saying that, self-care is something that I realize I need to work on. I recently went to a nursing summit, and there was something that stuck with me that someone said, and it's the idea, and this is a legitimate thing, It's the idea of pies, so PIES,
Mhm.
and it talks about things to do for self-care daily or weekly. And so each letter stands for something else: physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual.
Oh.
So physical, obviously the go-to is like diet and exercise, but it could even be just going for a walk. If you have a desk job, getting up, walking around, just doing something physical for yourself that is out of the norm. Something for me, like obviously I exercise and I teach, but something for me is I always try to take the stairs, because
Oh, that's a good
to
one.
me, I'm afraid of getting to the point where I can't take the stairs. Like
Yeah.
at home, I run up the stairs because I'm always afraid that one day I won't be able to do that. So
Oh my gosh.
that's like something I always try to do. So
So it's an opportunity.
yeah,
It's an opportunity.
when I worked in the city, I used to park on the 5th floor for the parking garage, and I would walk up 5 flights of stairs, because to me that is something I don't want to lose. You
Oh
know,
my
that
gosh.
ability.
Brilliant.
And then intellectual, listening to podcasts.
Which one?
I know
Which
where
one's
you
your
can
fave?
find a good one. Or reading books or reading articles or doing something that kind of enhances your knowledge. And it doesn't have to be like a thesis or some like
Crazy.
metaphysical
Yeah.
thing, but just something that like gets your mind working and
Mhm.
thinking.
Could even be like a crossword puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like just something to get your neurons firing.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
listen to you.
Yeah, right? I almost sound like I know what I'm talking about. And then emotional would be, either journaling or on the ride home from work or from wherever you are, just thinking about your reactions for the day and the emotions that came with your interactions with people
I love that.
and how you handled that. So if you're someone like me, I dwell on all of my awkward or negative interactions and replay them over in my head.
Yeah.
But it's a chance to kind of identify the emotions that you had in those interactions and give them a name. So I was feeling this way during that interaction, or I felt like that when this happened.
Are you learning something? Are you
I-
listening?
I'm listening to him like I've never listened to him before. I'm in awe of what you're saying.
Take this in.
I'm
Thanks.
listening.
All right. What's
Um,
S?
S is spiritual. So this can be different things to different people. For me, I just recently started going back to church. As Carly and Victoria said in the first episode, I think, I am from St. Madeline's Parish.
How's your cursive? How's your penmanship?
Oh, yeah. It could be better. And so it's not even that I am super religious, but it gives me a chance to kind of take that time out, stop my day, which I am clearly not good at doing,
Mhm.
and kind of meditate during that and listen and just take some time out for myself. But being spiritual doesn't necessarily mean being religious. Some
Right.
people get spirituality from meditation or yoga or
Mhm.
being in nature, even dance, something that connects you to something bigger than yourself and gives you that feeling can fit that category.
100%. I fully support everything you just said, and I'm gonna pies. PIES.
Yeah, pies.
That is wonderful. I'm gonna put that in the show notes and break it all down just so you can all absorb this as much as Carly is. Look at her face. She's in shock.
I've never talked to you like this before.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder whose fault that is.
I mean, I have a degree in leadership, and I've taken classes on emotional intelligence and all of these things.
Oh my
so-
gosh.
How do you deal with Carly?
Look at me.
What do you
Because
what
I
goes-
took all those classes and I have emotional intelligence.
He has the tools to deal with me.
Amazing. All right. We have one more question for you before we have some fun. In being in the hospital nursing industry for so many years, what advice do you have for maybe new nurses or inexperienced nurses that are just getting really into the swing of things now and in these times to get through the days and the shifts, long shifts?
Yeah, it's definitely hard now, harder than I think it's ever been. So really focusing on self-care is going to be huge. You need to learn to disconnect from the work and not take it home with you because it will wear you down.
Yeah, that's got to be hard when you see
Yeah.
what you see all day and then you have to go home and be happy
Yeah.
and pretend that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, it's hard. There's definitely been days I've gone home and Abby has said, what is wrong?
Yeah.
Because
She can just feel it and
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. Thankfully those days are fewer. But they definitely happen.
Do you think less people are going into nursing? More people since COVID?
I think there's more people leaving the profession because they're getting burnout, and that is a problem because then the new people that are coming in, it's harder because there's a staffing shortage. So then they're getting burnout more quickly than they would in the past, I think. But I think nurses really try to find an area that speaks to you because, people say a nurse is a nurse is a nurse. I don't believe that because, a peds nurse is very different than an adult nurse, is very different than a behavioral health nurse. There's definitely different personalities that it takes to do the different areas. I really enjoyed being a peds nurse, and I could view it differently than some other people because they would always say, I just can't I don't know how you take care of kids.
That's
That
what I
must
say to
be-"
you all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, but I was able to view it as, helping these kids in a moment of need. And sick kids are a lot easier to take care of than sick adults because they're still kids. They still want to be kids. So
Right.
even when they're sick, even when they have a terminal illness, they aren't focusing on the illness. Like they still want to play. They still want to do things that a kid wants to do.
So there's a little more joy
Yeah.
in those rooms.
Yeah. So that's how I was able to do a peds nurse for all the years that I was in peds.
And you did self-care back then too?
Yeah.
As
I
best
tried.
you can.
As
Best you
the best
could.
I can.
Yeah.
I've definitely learned more now than I knew back then. I feel like I had more time on my hands back then.
I don't know
It
why.
didn't feel like it, but looking back, I was like, wow.
Time is a weird thing.
Yeah.
On that note, do you want to play a game?
Oh, I'm nervous. Okay.
All right, Justin. Now that I have all this respect for you, we're going to play a little game where I probably will lose it all.
Oh, God.
It's called Justin Under Fire. All right. The point of the game is I'm going to give you two things. You pick one or the other. I'm either going to say that's fire because I agree with you, or you're fired because I disagree with you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Great.
So
Great.
it's a spitfire game.
Okay.
The point of the game is fire.
Okay.
All right. So let's start. Kelly
Okay.
Clarkson, Katy Perry.
Kelly Clarkson.
You're fired. Tequila or bourbon?
Bourbon.
Oh, tequila all the way. You're fired.
Oh, my God.
Chipotle or Qdoba?
Chipotle. Chipotle, hands down.
Only because I know you like Chipotle. Qdoba, you're fired. Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Oh, I just went to the mountains the other weekend. You're
Yeah,
fired.
You're okay.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC.
Do not utter those names out of your mouth. That's my band. You're fired. Pats or Geno's?
I don't like either.
Shoot.
And I've actually been to them, so.
You're fired.
You're fired. Friends or Modern Family?
Friends.
We are not friends. You're fired.
You're doing this on purpose. Doesn't matter what I say.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
You're fired. I don't
Do you
read.
even know-
I
do you
don't
know
have
what
time to read
fiction or
books. I don't
nonfiction
have time
means?
to read books. You're fired. Movie theater or Netflix and chill?
Movie theater.
Thank God you didn't pick Netflix and chill because I would have vomited, but you're fired. Carly or Victoria?
Victoria.
You're fired. You are on fire.
You are fire.
Thanks for playing, Justin.
Oh, that was fun.
Gotta love a little Carly bullying in your
Yeah,
life.
Always.
You're doing this on purpose. Yeah, clearly.
Welcome to high school, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Welcome back to high school.
That was fun.
That was
Justin,
fun.
I honestly have so much respect for you right now.
Why do you sound so surprised?
I just have never talked to you like this before.
Professionally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I think it's time for the real tip of the week. It's called Get It Gert. Try complimenting somebody else every day. One person a day. It could be somebody that's related to you in your household, somebody that you're walking into or out of Wawa near, and giving them a compliment. It's the easiest and obviously freest thing you can do as a human being to give a really small effort of support to someone. It could be, oh my gosh, your nails look so good. I do that one a lot at Wawa when somebody's giving money at the counter because it's easy to notice that, or complimenting someone's hat, or something that they have shared out loud, like in the workspace. So if there's a project you're working on, give them a compliment afterward. Hey, you did a really good job at doing that. Something very small. You have no idea what other people go through. It's that whole adage of walking in someone else's shoes. So that little moment of niceness could change someone's entire day. So try doing it. One person a day, just for a week, and see how it fares, because it's a two-way street. You're going to see how good you feel as well, right? Kindness begets kindness.
Can I try it? Can I try your real tip of the week?
Yes.
This is my one for the day. Justin, I appreciate you.
That's not a compliment.
Oh. Oh.
The sad part is that looked like that hurt you coming out. Like that looked painful to say.
Okay. Here, are you ready for the real extra tip of the week? It's called, That's Hot. Look in the mirror and say, I really love my eyes today. I am obsessed with my outfit. That's hot. I prepared and studied for this test, and I'm about to rock it. That is hot. And you're going to see how awesome your mood is boosted before you even leave the house.
I really like these tips today, and I think they're doable, and I think they are super, super important, because we are our own best friends. We are the closest relationship we will ever have for the rest of our lives, and we have to be nicer to ourselves. And a good way to do it is that you be nice to other people as well. So, well, Justin, I think we all learned a lot today. More than I think we thought we were going to learn. And thanks for coming. Thanks for being our first guest.
Thanks for having me. This was actually fun and not as scary as I thought it would be. And I didn't want to kill Carly, so it was good.
It's a win all around.
Ooh,
All
win.
around.
Remember, you are always fit to be real.
And always allowed to be a little extra.
For legal reasons, we have to tell you that this podcast is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not healthcare professionals. For all of your health, wellness, fitness, and self-care needs, please refer to the medical professional in your life. Your primary care physician, your therapist, a certified coach, whoever it may be. And then let us know what they say, because I guarantee we need to know it too. Okay? Okay, bye.